Interactive ATV Trails here with another review of the Shoshone ATV network. I'm here at the end of Trail 56, and I was thinking that Trail 56 was going to be a lot like Trail 51, just real smooth, a lot of windy turns and stuff like that, but no real technical issues. But I was wrong. Trail 56 starts out that way. It starts out nice, but then as you begin to go up the side of the mountain, it begins to get ruddy. You know, if you're riding on a four-wheeler or a UTV, you're going to be on an angle. You're going to be, feeling like you're going to tip over onto the side because there's really no avoiding those large ruts. On a dirt bike, though, you can pretty much avoid them and crisscross them, and it's not too challenging. But if you're on a four-wheeler or an ATV, or a UTV, you're gonna experience some sideways movement, some sensation of wanting to tip over, and so just be careful on that section. But as you really begin to ascend up the mountain, that's when it gets real technical and real challenging. There are a lot of steep slopes, really steep, and they're not only they're not smooth. They're pretty rocky. I mean, large rocks and huge roots that are sticking out of the ground, probably 6-7 inches out of the ground, and they're real close together, and they're kind of intermixed with those large rocks, which makes climbing up or descending down those steep sections really difficult. If you're riding a motorcycle like I do, for me it was just easier as I was going up the trail just to pop a wheelie and let the back tire and the back suspension do all the work and absorb all that shock. But if you're on a four-wheeler and ATV, I really don't know the best approach for taking it. If you go too fast, you're probably going to get bucked all over the place, but if you go too slow, you might stall out. So I would say that because of that, because it's steep, and because it's rocky, and because there are large roots sticking out of the ground, that Trail 56 is difficult. It's not for a beginner. When I review all these trails, I try to look at it from the perspective of a beginner and think, how would a beginner look at this trail? How would they handle this trail? And I think a beginner would be a little freaked out by it. I think they would be a little nervous going up or down, and they wouldn't quite know how to handle it. And so for that reason, I'm going to have it it's a difficult trail, but once you get to the top, it's very rewarding. You get stunning views of the Bear River Range. You can even actually see Bear Lake out in the distance. Bear Lake, I would say, is about 10 miles from the top of Trail 56. So anyway, in summary, it's rocky, it's ruddy, and there are large roots, and it's difficult. So be prepared, use precaution, and just be careful, take your time. So this is Interactive ATV Trails with this review of Trail 56 of the Shoshone ATV Network.